Hello everyone and welcome back to our strategy video of the week. Today we're back in Mini Airways for episode number 2 and we're going to be looking at the next two airports, which are Shanghai and Dali. Shall we get into it? Hello Shanghai Pudong, this lovely parallel two runway airport in China, on the east coast of China, so to speak. On the East China Sea, just there. Massive international airport, of course, in real life, and today we're going to cause absolute carnage. But some new things for us to look at in this video today are the fact that we've now got parallel runways, which should make our life just that little bit easier. Let's see if that blue aircraft can actually make it in front of the sort of barrier there, the protection zone around the Oriental Pearl, and it looks like it's going to manage that really rather nicely. Let's clear you into land. So yeah, overall this should hopefully be a reasonably good level to be able to get a decent score today. Last week, of course, we had a look at London, and we also had a look at New York City, LaGuardia International Airport. London went very well until it was just absolute carnage, aircraft everywhere. My brain was fried like an egg, and still somehow we just about managed to squeeze just over 250 aircraft. And then, of course, we had LaGuardia, which is going super well. We had a fantastic streak going of 249 aircraft before two aircraft decided to take off, and one decided to go very slowly and the other one decided to go extremely fast, and then they sort of rear-ended each other. This aircraft decided to go around for absolutely no apparent reason, so that's a unique one. We'll re-vector you in, clear you back in. So a bit of an interesting one here now is the fact that this pink one needs to get towards down here, and of course we've got some arrivals running in between. We'll see if we can get you back onto this runway now. Make sure you get cleared. So click recap of this game. The way it works, of course, is we are a approach controller, in this case at Shanghai Pudong Airport. Every single aircraft must go to the runways or die trying, sometimes literally, and we need to make sure that everybody keeps separated. We can only do this laterally, we can't do this vertically, although there is a vertical mode, so let me know in the comments below if you would like to see the vertical mode at some point, and we will have a go. Now, of course, we are going to start building up our arrival shortly. There are upgrades in this game. You'll see them as we go along. Hopefully we'll get a couple of landing points, a couple of navigation points, and then we'll be able to set up this really lovely, beautiful mega airport as we nearly lose our pink brethren down here, who decided to want to turn the wrong way as well. We'll just cut you in ever so slightly, and it looks like our friend managed to land on the other runway. Get the blue guy going, and we'll just see if we can get you back to where you need to go. This is how quick it can go. 3 upgrades available right now. We've got an extra exit if need be, and we can expedite aircraft, or we can hold them now. Of course, you know me by now. If you've seen the previous video, I do love the expedite button. The quicker and the more efficient we can get these aircraft on the ground, the better, in a safe manner, of course. Green, you're cleared to go straight to your destination. We'll get blue going as well, and then this guy can turn in onto the final approach. More than enough space here as well, so we don't need anything extra for parallel runways, which is fantastic. So it shouldn't really be a conflict issue at any point. He says as they do get awfully close, so that might just be, as they turn onto final, something to worry about when we start designing our approaches. When it is getting awfully busy right now, especially around here, we desperately need a landing point just to help us out here, so we can get aircraft landing by themselves rather without us, like this guy is just going overhead for no reason. Let's send you the far way, let's send you this way, let's send you the far way, and let's send you this way. At least the good thing is we have parallel runways, so we can just about manage it, which is fine, and that is great. But yes, a landing point would be a fantastic addition shortly to our airspace. And there it is, the landing point. We do have to be very quick though, because this guy just spawned in and he's on a ramming course with this guy. It's busiest over here, so we will put this one here and make you go left immediately. Let's redirect these guys into the final approach. There we go, they're all fixed and done. So these guys will head straight for the runway as soon as they get cleared, which is fantastic. So as soon as we put them here on the long little route in, will they join in? This guy, I don't know what he's doing, but he is causing a disturbance for sure, but we've managed that. So that is absolutely fine. No problem there. We've got another guy here trying to cut the shortcut off. That's fine. We'll send you a little bit the long way around. You'll go behind. No problem. And back you go into the sequence of our really rather big pattern today. Big arrival route into Shanghai Pudong as the departures start to fill up quite nicely as well here. We do need another landing point for the other runway, hopefully soon, and then we can focus on departures. This guy's getting awfully close there, but the right-hand runway is working its magic, and that's alleviating some of the high workload that we have. Up to 158 aircraft at the moment are handled, so we're doing very, very well. The takeoff waypoint in there just so that we can get the initial departures on their way again and again, and we know where they are going. They were very helpful in London, hopefully very helpful here in Shanghai as well. Although we've got most of it under control. We've got a nice little cocoon there of where everybody's going to. These guys are getting close. That's fine. We'll just route him around the orange section. It all works out fine. Let's send you over on the left runway. You can go back to where you came from and inbound, inbound, inbound. You can go direct and hopefully you'll be able to just make it ahead of these guys coming in. More than enough space. Yellow got sent a little bit further north just to make sure that we can get that turn radius in for the green guy departing off of the right-hand runway. So far a nice setup, nearly at 200 airplanes handled. It's going rather smoothly. We haven't gone for very many waiting areas here for the departure guys, simply because we have 2 runways, and at the moment we haven't been struggling at any point getting the departures out. Let's get the orange guy going up north. These guys are going to be a conflict. That's fine. Wolf, you can go this way, that way, that way. Oh dear, we have an emergency inbound, people. We have an emergency inbound, so you can go that way. You're about to leave our airspace. Let's not do that. Orange and blue, you might be a conflict, so let's just send you this way, that way, that way. Lovely stuff. Orange, you won't be an issue really for the arrivals by the looks of it, so you should be fine. You can turn in onto finals, and we'll just have you do the initial departure routing. You can parallel that as you haven't got as big of a turn, and there's more than enough space in between these two. We can have red going as well. Loads of space. Let's send you just a little bit north initially, just so that we can then send you back south if need be. There we go. Back onto the arrival you go. These guys are going to be close together, so we'll send you left whilst the other one is turning the other way, and you can turn in as well. Get a yellow out of there. You can go up north towards our waypoint, and you can join the final approach for the left-hand runway here at Shanghai. We'll have the orange parallel it for a little bit, just so that it gets on the way. There we go. And we can have yellow do the exact same thing again. That worked out quite well. It's going to be quite tight here with departures now. Not enough space, of course, not a lot of space between them, but hopefully should just be enough to be able to get another one in. More than enough space. You can go this way. You can go onto the final approach. So you can go the long way around to the approach. You can make a straight right-hand turn. This is the only issue. We're sending them right in front of the approach for the right-hand runway, which just makes it a little bit trickier getting anybody off the right-hand runway, especially with the gap opening up shortly. But I think the next investment will be in a waiting area here for our departures, as it is getting tight. Let's send you to the right-hand runway. Last-minute runway change. Do apologise. That's fine. No greens, so we can give you a direct. There we go. These are the ones that I like to see go that way. Absolutely fine. You can join the queue. You're going to be awfully close to these guys, but it will be all right. You guys can parallel each other, which is lovely. So if you go that way, you go this way, and then I can get you off of that runway to the left-hand side. And there is redemption for our lovely landing point, the one that we've wanted for so long. Let's hook it all up. The left-hand runway is completely operational. which is exactly what we've been wanting for a little while now. There we go. We can now focus all our energy on getting our departures out, which we have managed to get most of them out. Let's get you paralleling a little bit and then have you turn back now. These are fine. You can go straight that way. You can go straight that way. And I'll tell you what, mate, you can go on to our new landing point for the left-hand runway. These guys here on this side getting awfully close together, but it is fine. We've made a little bit of a gap. We can always send one to the other runway if need be. Pink is just crossing in front of the other runway. That's fine, and we can send you over. Right, let's see the situation developing here. We'll send you a little bit further south. You guys are obviously going to be an issue, but you can go direct now because we've got nobody headed that way. Means you can go direct. So there is clear here. We can send you back onto the arrival, you straight to the final approach, and you can cross ahead of here. There we go. That sequence looks nice, looks efficient, looking very good indeed. We might just get a second exit here shortly as well for the runway, just so that we can use that. Speaking of which, here we are, a upgrade time, either airspace navigation, that seems to both be fine. We'll get the waiting area like we mentioned earlier, just because that would be pretty useful indeed at this point. Send you up here just to make a little bit of extra space. But anyone coming this way, no, you can go direct to the final, and then you can go this way. You can go straight here now. You're going to the other runway. And there we go. That looks good. You can join this queue, get a little bit of motion going, because we got another guy here, which will hopefully, with doing this, we send you straight here. There's a guy coming down here, about to ruin our day, indeed, but we do not allow him to do so. No, sir. There we go. Desperately trying to ruin our day there with his crazy antics. Sunday driving, Sunday flying over there. Absolutely not today. Not happening. We'll give you a little bit of a shortcut there on the arrival. These shortcuts working out quite nicely indeed. We'll send you on this runway because now we can send red around this way, and we will actually let you go a little bit further, which you don't want to turn yet. Quite a couple of guys inbound here now. We've got another guy trying to ruin our day up here. No. You can join in here. You can go direct to the arrival. Let's go you to the arrival. And then we've got Green, who's decided to make it to destination down here, which is very useful. Thank you, Green, for that. Not really, of course. Not making our life easy at all. Speaking of Green, of course, they have to go through. So Green will be joining the arrival in order to get to their waypoint, which is fine. That is no biggie. We should hopefully be able to accommodate that. It's not too big of a problem. Can we not get two of these out? We unfortunately can't get two of these out. You want to join in the fun as well? Oh my days, everybody is wanting to join into the fun today. So we can send you around this way. You can join the arrival like we said. You're cleared to destination. Blue, come in here. Oh my days, everybody is joining the party today. And we'll send you direct. We probably should start using the other runway at this point, just to help us out, because that's exactly what we might do. Let's start sending some of these aircraft south. So if we send you south, we can send you direct there. If we send you this way, and you'll go the southerly route, and then in you join with the arrival. Green is joining the arrival. So yeah, you're going south. You should be able to make that before the other guys get a few departures out of here, as it's Carnage and the window is closed. And meanwhile, this guy has decided to come and join in as well. We have a moment to breathe, and I think a very good moment to get some extra airspace here, just to give ourselves some more room to work with. There is an aircraft there complaining. This guy can join the arrival. You can go straight for the final approach. You're going this way, so that means you can turn. You can go straight ahead for a little while. You're going to head up north. Good luck. We've got a bunch of yellows, which is fine. I don't mind the yellows. The yellows are in a good spot today. The ones that are in an annoying spot is the greens, ruining our lives at the moment. But that's fine. We can move you into position there. Off you go. Quite a bit of traffic coming in here for the southerly or the left-hand runway. Who is complaining? What are you complaining about? You're complaining about him. That means you're good. You can go up. Focus the eyes somewhere else. Green, for instance, means we can give you a shortcut. Means we've just opened up another gap there, hopefully, or another aircraft. Right, this guy, you're going the southerly route, mate. You're going to join from the south. Let's get another departure in here because we don't have a lot of waiting space. You can join the fun. You can join the fun. You can go in the opposite flow of traffic. And these are all joining the party. We do not have space at the moment for a departure unless hopefully I can get him going. Get the yellow to just maintain its present heading for now, just so we can get these guys in. This one is headed the southerly routing like we said, and then the yellow can continue. You can go back to where you came from. You can go this way to join the party. Let's get red going. Let's get red going straight. Actually, let's get yellow going, and you can go straight. You can head to the final approach. You can head to the final approach. Everybody can head to the final approach. They're coming into the sequence. The sequence looks good. The sequence looks fine. Let's get a pink. We can't get a pink out of there at the moment. That is quite all right. The left runway is opening up very shortly, and the right runway as well. Actually, let's have parallel takeoffs, parallel departures out of both of them. Get them underway. Get rid of that queue. Have you guys just maintain your present heading. Tell you what, you're going the southerly route, mate. Good luck. Enjoy. So, pink, you want to go up there. Yellow, you want to go down there. You can both do exactly that. As the departure queue, once again, is full, and I've clicked off the screen. Pause it for a moment whilst I get my bearings. There we go. You can go left. You can join the arrival from there. We'll sort out the other guy in a moment. You can turn left. You can go up north. And oh my word, is it carnage and chaos. You can go north because it is slowly starting to die out. You can go to your destination, so I don't have to worry about you. Are you joining the arrival? You are joining the arrival. Lovely. Let's move this ever so slightly. We need to get a departure out of here. Stat. So departure's headed that way. You're headed north. We can breathe, and I know exactly what we're going to need. We're going to need a waiting area. There we go. That alleviates some of that pressure, at least for us. You can no, we can keep you going north. You can go north because we got the space now. And speaking of space, we desperately need the departure space. We desperately need the departure space that we don't have at the moment. You guys can turn around, but that is going to start to happen quickly. Hopefully, after these two aircraft sort of join the queue. Do we need to make a go around anywhere? Do we? Yes, we do indeed. Because this guy's landed. And that means the departures are full. Oh no, Shanghai. But look at that, 351 aeroplanes handled. Very, very nicely indeed. Screwed over by the departures there. We got a waiting spot, of course, but unfortunately it was just too busy on the approach, even with the two parallel runways. It is time to head towards Dali. Alright everyone, welcome to Fenji Airport in Dali in the Yunnan province of China. A very unique, different location to what we're used to. This is going to be a tough finale. For today, we've got a solo runway ops in the middle of the mountains here in China, which should just create a very interesting atmosphere. We had London City last episode, which we handled pretty well, but this time we've got the constraints of the mountains. Of course, airplanes can't go through mountains. They don't exactly like doing that. So not only do we have that, we've got lakes, we've got very tight airspace, and we're going to have an enormous amount of traffic that is going to be going and trying to land on our one lone runway here. But we will see how far we get. It's going to be very interesting. We're going to send this one overhead the airfield and then around. We're going to just, from the get-go, use the northerly runway here at Fergie in China, or Fenji in China. I've already lost the name. Dali, at least. Dali. Send you on the downwind. Now, we should hopefully be able to make a pretty standard airport pattern here. And then that will be basically the base tactic. And then maybe we eventually will be able to send them around this mountain. Definitely eventually, by the looks of it, around this mountain. Kind of want one flow of traffic, preferably. But we will see what is possible and what isn't possible. For now, we've only got 4 aircraft in our control, which is lovely. We will take a moment to just breathe after the chaos that was Shanghai, Pudong, and the departures there that screwed us over. And I think, especially considering here it can get quite busy, the departures here could potentially screw us over. So definitely the tack to go for is waiting areas. Is definitely the best way in case we can't get anybody out on our single runway. There we go. Let's choose airspace for our first little upgrade, just so we can start to see what we're working with. It looks like, yes, like we said earlier, we can make a corridor down here, hopefully, for some of the traffic, maybe some of the departing traffic to go through, but we will have to see how we can get this done, as this guy, there he goes, he eventually wants to turn into the final approach. There we go. We got one coming in from the bottom right, actually, which we can just sort of route underneath the mountains there now, because we have the space and the technology. Lovely. We've got a landing point that is going to help us significantly in our quest to build the arrival. We'll see how big this needs to be in the end. For now, it's just been placed right here on the final approach. As you can see, we've nearly handled 50 aircraft here. So far, so good indeed, using both directions as the airspace is slowly growing as well. We can see that it looks like we might be able to eventually build a corridor up here, which is going to help us out significantly, as these two guys are battling for position. Good luck, my men. Good luck. So yeah, we will have to think about what we want to do in terms of an arrival and how we're going to build this, and to make sure that we can easily sequence it up and also get the departures out of it. So once we do get a takeoff point, that will most likely be put in straight away, just to make sure that we can accommodate our departures nice and easily. We don't have to think about it, because I reckon it will be another London with very tight gaps indeed. And there is our takeoff point. Again, we'll keep it simple. We'll have them go straight out, and then on the top here, we will have a corridor for them to use in order to get the arrivals up the top, the departures around the bottom. Departures can go into this sector, and I'm thinking of dedicating this sector as much as possible to arrivals where we can. Whoa, don't forget about you. Turnarounds. Right, you go into the pattern. Alright, it's been a few moments. We've done 110 aircraft now, and as you can see, we've started our basic standard pattern here, because I feel like with this runway that will work quite nicely. Hopefully we'll be able to get an extra sort of strip in here as well to maximize the space. But basically, eventually, like we see these orange guys here, they've got their little destination marker right where I don't want it, which is in the middle of the arrival. So hopefully with the way it's oriented right now, if that does happen or anybody goes down here, we will just be able to slot in these guys really rather quite nicely to solve that issue. For now, everything is under control. We've got a bunch of people taking off. These guys got quite close there. Obviously, for now, things are good. We're waiting for the next inbound rush, when things are going to get really exciting. Find the side of an inside rush, or inbound rush, we're getting an outbound rush. So, nonetheless, should be interesting. Well, what we'll just do is we'll start telling people, all the arrival aircraft, to just go the long way around so that we have got the space. Nonetheless, at the moment, the only guys over here is red. I'm waiting for this corridor to open up, because as soon as that opens up, I want to create a route that sort of goes over the top and back here. Keep this inside line here for our arrival guy, or sorry, our departure guys, should they so need it. I've also moved my departure thing here over on top of the mountain, because we can't go there anyway, because I was constantly misclicking it. It's quite close here to the arrival. But yeah, expanding the zigzag pattern quite nicely. Let's start getting people into said zigzag pattern. We need one more navigation waypoint really to go down here, and then it will be very, very much operational. And there is our last waypoint that we need. There we go. We will put it there. Ooh, that's awfully close. That is really, really close. I don't think they'll be able to make that. So what we'll do is we'll just move that inwards ever so slightly. See if we can do an outbound. I don't really. Let's try it. Let's send you round the pattern now that we've got time to think. I do apologize that you're going to have to go the long way, but it is for science and to make sure that nobody else dies. So therefore we use an entire passenger jet. No, he is going to struggle. So if we move this one a little bit closer here, move that over there. How about now? You're pretty much on the same route still. Get another one of these guys. I apologize, this is for science. You're going to go the long way around. Speaking of the long way around, you have to go the long way around because I don't want you through my arrival sector. With that said, this guy, green and orange, have decided to go into fantastic, fabulous places. I'll tell you what, mate, you're lucky. We've got another victim. Another victim to use for the entire arrival, but it should hopefully be alright. Can hopefully cut your corner here a little bit and let you join. The moment it hasn't started flashing or shouting yet. I don't like how tight this corner is though. So what I might do, because they're headed this way anyway, they're overshooting it slightly. You're going the way I don't want you to. It's all going well. Let's relocate you to more in the middle. It won't be as nice, neat and square. It will be at a slight angle, but at least it will be functional. You can go straight to the arrival. There we go. Let's try and get you back in here. I'll tell you what, we know that this just about fits. That clearance is nothing. We can send you back onto the arrival. I am satisfied by that, which means we can send you straight towards that way. Orange, you can just have a straight out with a little kink eventually. And what are you doing here to ruin my day? You are going that way. Lovely. Arrival looking good. Next one will hopefully be airspace for our upgrade, so we can get that little corridor down here built in just a moment, so we don't run into situations like these where they start getting very tight and we can just easily send it round the long way if need be. Cool. Will we be able to, if we do this, we'll be able to hopefully squeeze that guy in. You can turn left now. And this is what I mean, eventually these guys will get so busy, we will have to send these a long way around in order to get to their destination, but they'll just file into the pattern like we did in London. Speaking of the pattern, welcome in the new one. There we go. A bit of airspace. That is lovely. Very much appreciated. I'll tell you what, I might just move this one a little bit further north so we can have the connection onto the corridor here coming up. So we can have the corridor go all the way down here, go back up and come back on itself. And then that should hopefully give us more than enough breathing space to solve any issues from aircraft coming from the right-hand side here. Then we can just have everyone come from one side. We've got space for departures at the moment, so that's fine. So we can get a few of these extra places in. Let's speed it up a little bit. And watch as everybody needs to go this way at the moment. It is really rather shocking. All of the issues are here. And of course, you've got an emergency. That's fine. Send you straight back into the pattern, please. And speaking of the pattern, we've got another guy coming here, but we should hopefully be able to just slot him behind him, give you a little bit of a shortcut. Yellow wants to go that way, so we'll send you over to blue because that makes sense. And we'll send you onto the final approach behind everyone. That's all right. Yellow can turn. In you turn. Off you go. You can still go down. It's not too busy as of yet. We can deal with you when you come. Let's give you a bit of a shortcut so you can go. Let's have a look. Expedite a waiting area. Well, the turns are fine. Let's give you a waiting area for now. And we can cut you off a little bit. Cut the corner. That's fine. We've got no departures coming anyway. Can we give you a little bit? Whoa, I don't know what you're doing there, but you are now doing this. Departures are filling up a little bit, so we will get a few of them going. It's a shame. I do kind of need an extra exit. Oh, actually, yellow just moved. Thank you. Perfect timing. We can get yellow out of here. You can go to the start of the arrival. So the new tactic is we're going to send everyone to the start of the arrival anyway. Nobody gets any more shortcuts until we can 100% verify that the shortcut will work. That should hopefully help us out a little bit in the management of the pattern. But we will see. Like this orange guy will be able to just flow nicely because we should be able to get him to the left and out to where he needs to go. It means you can get a shortcut. You can turn. If you could turn a bit. Oh, well, you can't. That's fine then. We will turn you that way. Consider it. Oh, red. You can come this way, go to your destination. You're joining the pattern. You're joining the base. You can join the base. You can come here, because as long as people are joining the base legs, we can have you oranges go this way. Rather lovely. You can come down here. We need to start thinking about building our corridor here next once we get some more navigational waypoints. And let's have you join the pattern. Tell you what, let's have you join this way. It goes a little bit quicker. You're lucky there, mate. Perfect timing. You can go straight into the arrival. And then hopefully, luckily, our departure board is empty at the moment because we've got quite a few inbounds. You are going there. You can go straight to the base. That will fit just nicely. Go down south. We really need that. And to be honest, eventually we'll be able to get a northern corridor as well. We'll have them both probably end in a holding pattern if we make it that far. Just so that it all works. Hello, you can join this way. Get another departure out here, hopefully in the gap. We can. Into the gap you go, and you can go straight into the pattern here to the left. Join the base, please. People coming from the right. More than fine. So you can go around, and then we can go around here. And we need to start thinking about departure corridors as well. To be honest, once we have the southerly routing, because it's a lot calmer here, we might be able to just slot some people into the southerly routing to get to these kind of waypoints. But we will think about that in and as of when it comes. Let's have a look. Let's send you down this way. We could send you towards the base leg. That should be able to fit. Get you this way. Get you that way. Bingo. Departure slowly building up again, but there is space, there is time. Let's send you directly to the arrival, and hopefully we can get you in front of these guys. You can turn this way now, there is space. And here we go. Let's go ahead and make our corridor. So let's put this waypoint down here, and you're all going to be set there. Hopefully soon we'll get a little bit of extra airspace, because I never like it when they're that close and tight together. You can go straight in. You should be able to make that. No problem at all. Yeah, we'll get a couple of straight ahead departures just so that we can get these guys going, and you can start heading and routing towards the southern corridor now. We have it in place. You can join the arrival and the sequence. Where is Red going? Red. Oh my days, that is a fantastic position, Red. Right there. Oh, don't cut him off. Don't cut him off, please. Down you guys go. Onto the final approach. Onto the final approach. And you can start headed that way as well. You can get a little bit of a shortcut. We've got to go around. That's fine. They're going to follow that for now. So that is all right. Let's send you a little bit further south. You can go straight to the final. And Reds can join the departure. You need to join the departure really as well. You can make that. You can make that turn. Saw it. We all saw it. According to the thing, it was going to make it inside. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. And then it's game over. And then all of our beautiful work would be in vain. So he's going to turn, but you're going to join this downwind here. You should be able to make that. You're just going to get a little bit close. That's all right. You're going to the southern corridor. That means green, you can depart. And unfortunately, that does just mean that we need to get this red all the way into the final approach, most likely. Let's try and cut you across the arrival here. And then we'll see if we need anybody to go onto their base legs or not. Hopefully not. Red, you've got a gap, so we can send you there. Southern corridor, please, for the right-hand side arrival. As we get in here, these guys are going to have to join the arrival. And you are in for the base leg. You're going to have to turn quite expeditiously there, mate. You're lucky you get the base leg. And in you go. Orange takeoff. There we go. Bingo. You are on your way. Happy and set. Give you a little bit of a zigzag just to slow you down there. And off you go. Right. This fits. So you can keep joining the corridor because you're not going to fit in there. And right. We'll need to keep an eye on these guys. We might be able to. There we go. We could send him that way. You can go back to the southern corridor. The great thing about the corridor and in general this type of approach, once they do get a beam like here, we can just send it and we can just send them in onto the final approach segment there. You guys are going to have an issue eventually, so let's fix you already. Bingo. And then the great thing about this is these will just follow this heading, and this one will just join the arrival. So if we forget about it, all he'll do is just a long arrival. Let's expedite the aircraft, give him a little bit of a quicker turn radius, especially now that we're getting so close together with all of them. We just want them to turn a little bit more expeditiously. Got some nice gaps here between the aircraft as well. So that's all working out lovely. Every single time that this box comes around it, because it's so close, it just makes me jump for a moment. Right, you can join the final approach. It's going to be a little squeeze there. Might not get a departure in, but because I kind of want to get the 2 blues out of the way. We can get the 2 blues out of the way. They're fine. Onto the final approach you go, and into the sector you go. They're going to have to start following the approach here a little bit, just for this first sort of initial bit at least. And then we've got another guy who's going to slot in. You're going to come in here. You're going to go the long way around because I want the blues around there. And then this guy is going to the final approach segment, which is fine. You can turn. We can make you ahead and have the blues follow each other. This guy's going to go the long way around, slot in behind him. The blues are going to go, obviously, to their destination where they need to be. We might be able to give you a shortcut. However, that's not guaranteed yet at the moment. What point do you turn? You turn there, so we can move him here. You can go to the final. The departures aren't too busy at the moment. Lovely. In control. We need him to start turning. He is turning. That means you can turn. You can turn into final. Lucky you. We'll have you stay north of the blues. And off they go. Right. You can join the pattern. You can join the pattern. You can proceed direct that way. Southern corridor for you. Blue skies for you. Orange is on its way. Kind of want an extra waypoint there, because it might seem useful at some point, just so that we can get the people on there. Another blue. God, it's a lot of blue. Everybody's decided to sort of go there. This is going to be an interesting one here. Might just have to send you south. You are joining the pattern. So let's send you south behind this guy, and then you can join in. Yeah, you're all Southern Corridor. I am afraid that you are all going to have a long day today indeed. With all of these arrivals, we've got Orange here, who's going to have to slot in behind this guy, really, in order to even get him to where he needs to go. I'm kind of hoping that very shortly we'll be able to get... they'll start moving their destinations. Because as you can see at the moment, the blue guy's going here, but we'll send the blue guy through the Southern Corridor. Actually, that is a good shout. Let's start sending these in general through the Southern Corridor. You can sort of head this way again, and I want you Southern Corridor as well. I do apologize. Lovely. Right. Let's think about this, and then shall we? We've got a waiting area. Let's do waiting area. Yeah, I think that's useful. We are so full at the moment with the arrivals and everything like that. You can go a little bit this way. Finally, one of them that we can get rid of, because the more arrivals we got floating around, the tougher it does get. Southern Corridor for you, please. You can start headed towards the Southern Corridor. You're finally headed to your final destination. And this is the issue, is we're sort of at an awkward moment now where it's busy, but we don't have enough guidance material to help us out. Southern Corridor for you. At least this corridor is helping quite nicely. Southern Corridor for you as well. Let's get red going, because of course red is going that way as well. We'll send them all via the corridor. We might even be able to get you out this way as well. But yeah, they're all gathered there, and pink has just put itself in an even worse spot. Let's send you to the final approach to get rid of you. And green is going that way. You can go towards the Southern Corridor. The Southern Corridor doing magic. You're going to struggle there. That's fine. Alrighty. We might actually, because there is such a gap, we might be able to just get these guys going. We might be able to just turn pink in. This guy goes quick. Southern Corridor, well, not, sorry, that's not the Southern Corridor. This is the Southern Corridor where all the colours are at the moment, and everybody is there fighting for position. We've got blue waiting, and we've got pink absolutely ruining our day. That's too late, pink, there with your turn, mate. Unfortunately, it seems like it's going to be very tight squeeze to get all of these guys out. So let's get these going here. Where are you going, mate? Like green. At least green is on its way. We really need these guys to start moving from their position. At least we got a bit of a gap. Hopefully we can get one, maybe two departures out of here. But there's a guy that shoved his aircraft in here, which is not ideal. We'll get two of these out. That at least solves our queue issues for the moment. There we go. You guys can all go here. You can actually... Let's not have you turn on final. You can go this way. We're just going to have them follow this route for now. Oh my days, you guys are close. Ah, no. I mean, there was no way. There was no way we could have done that any other way. Oh, man. Not too bad. 256 aircraft with the place that we were in. That is pretty good. Well, on that bombshell, thank you so much for watching this all the way through. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Controlling Dali and Shanghai were absolute crazy places, but phenomenal good fun. I thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I will see you next week for more Mini Airways as part of our strategy game of the week. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.